Tuesday with Ara. Ngayon gagawa tayo ng Bibim Guksu. So basically, Bibim Guksu means Bibim means to mix, and Guksu is our noodles. So I could say this is like the Korean pasta. You can say it's very fast, it's very quick, and you can go to Korean groceries and buy something like this. This is made out of flour, but it's a little bit of a different texture and taste with like the angel hair. Although the thickness is similar, it's very thin. So we call this Guksu. We can use this for soup or actually for something like this, like Bibim, where we mix it. So when you're in a quick need to have like a quick fix of a Korean food, this is like your go-to food. So now let's start making our Bibim Guksu. We first have to boil our water. So I have here a pot of water. I put here around 6 cups or 1 liters. And I'm just gonna wait until it boils. And while it boils, I'm gonna now make our sauce for our Bibim Guksu. So for the sauce of our Bibim Guksu, our main paste will be our Gochujang or the Korean chili paste. So we're gonna need around 1/3 cup or roughly around 4 tablespoons. So here, as you can see, I have here 1/3 cup of my Gochujang or chili paste. And we need our vinegar, around 4 tablespoons of my vinegar. And our sugar, we need also around 4 tablespoons. And I have here my soy sauce. We need around 1 tablespoon of my toyo. And just because sometimes the gochujang itself is not very reddish in color, even the flavor of the spiciness, iba ang gochujang, the chili paste, and iba ang chili powder. So I always sort of like to use the combination of both. So I have here 1 tablespoon of my chili powder. And now when you add chili powder, it's always good to give like sort of like at least some time, like half an hour to make it fully bloom. So if you're in a hurry, you can actually just make it quick and eat it. But you can also make this in big batches and store them in the ref. And you'll actually see the difference of this taste of this sauce when you taste it today and tomorrow, because you'll know that the time passes by, the whole flavor really comes out and it gives like a richer flavor. Of course, we're gonna also add our 1 tablespoon of my garlic, minced garlic. And we're gonna add around 3 tablespoons of my sesame oil. That's already 2 tablespoons. Be careful. So there. Actually, the more sesame oil the aroma gets, it's fuller in smell. It's actually very good. So I have here around 3 tablespoons of my sesame oil. Now we're gonna mix up our sauce. I can smell the wonderful aroma of my sesame oil. I just want to already eat it as is. So now we're gonna set this aside. And my water has been boiling. So we're gonna actually cook our Guksu. So this kind of Guksu is very fast to cook. We're gonna first open it up. And same as a pasta, remember like the whole, like this much is like good for 1 serving. So I'm just gonna make good for 1 serving today, but of course you can cook more or less. It really depends on how much you're gonna need. So on my hand, I have here around siguro the size of like a 10 peso coin. So here, we're gonna spread it around. If we drop it this way, and when it cooks, didikit-dikit siya, and you don't want that. So we're gonna try to like separate them all apart. And when you add them on your water, try to loosen up the noodles, the Guksu, so they don't stick together. Haluin nyo na haluin. It cooks very fast. It cooks normally like in 3 minutes. As long as you see like 1 whole boil, try to lift it up. And if it's very soft already, turn off the fire. And that's it already. We're done with our Guksu. So now get a bowl of our strainer, and we're gonna strain off whatever is here. And put them in like ice cold water. And then we have to like really wash it like as if you're washing your like a towel, like as in like mahigpit, or I don't know how you call it, basta malakas or something. Loosen it up and rinse very well. And you would see that the water becomes very parang starchy water. You want that starch to all come out, or else parang when you put the guksu on the plate, it will keep on getting fat like udon noodles, and you don't want that. So I want it very clean. So rinse off all the starch that's in it. So you can see that the water is becoming very milky. Strain them off again. And let's give another rinse. So before I assemble my guksu, although we're all done already, let's cut some vegetables just to give an additional topping. Now the vegetables could be your choice. Any vegetables that we can eat as a salad is a perfect good for our Bibim guksu. So I have here my cucumber and lettuce. Now you can add here sometimes onions or carrots as you wish, but let's just stay with something simple today. So here my cucumber, I'm gonna peel it off, and then tanggalin natin yung mga buto and then cut it thinly. And for lettuce, I'm gonna need around 2 sheets of my lettuce, and then we're also gonna cut them thinly. And here I have 3 tablespoons of sesame seeds. A lot of sesame seeds, actually it gives a little bit of interesting texture of bite as well as the flavor of it. Now I'm not gonna be using the sesame seed itself. It's better off when we dig our sesame seed to really release all the scent in it. Now if you have something like a small mortar, it's a lot easier, but I don't have, so we're gonna be improvising. So if you have like a rolling pin or any kind of thing that where you can just like, you know, dig your sesame seed, and that would do. But be careful not to break any of your plates or your cups or mugs, so be careful. Let's squeeze in our sesame seed and bring out all the scent and the flavor. So here is my grinded sesame seed. By the way, my sesame seed has been already pre-roasted, and I think this is the best method to really enjoy the flavors of it. So now we have all our ingredients ready. We're now gonna assemble our Bibim guksu. Now, get the guksu that we've strained. I'm gonna put it on my plate, on my bowl. And let's add around 4 tablespoons of my sauce. The sauce I've made was actually good for 2, so it's really up to you whether you want to pro-ratio it, or if you want it like very saucy, it's really up to you as well. And carefully like mix it up, and we're gonna add our 3 tablespoons of our sesame seeds that's been grinded. I'm gonna be using my hands because hands are always the best tool to use it, and especially for Bibim guksu like this, it's always the best to just, you know, this is how moms used to make at home. So loosen up your noodles a little bit, and then let's add in our vegetables. Now, for some people, you can also add here like soured kimchi, the fermented kimchi. It's also a good choice. And if you want to add, like if you don't want any vegetables, it's okay to eat just this and the kimchi. It's really up to you to be creative, but the secret is the sauce. So now I can smell the aroma of my sesame seed and oil, so this is good enough. We're now gonna do our topping on our plate. So here is my magic bowl, or I call it the Bibim guksu. In one bowl, you have the full flavor of everything that you need. I hope you enjoy cooking with me, so see you next time. Bye! And actually, I love this together with my Bibim guksu, with my egg. first. You really need to try. I love my recipe, but I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy this recipe even more. So give it a try. Bibim Guksu.